freaking, I won't say that Astarin, but when he is getting more and more fired up for a fight and you can tell he's actually into it, you don't know what he's going to say. You don't know where he's going to go. So who knows?
The boxing world is in total chaos right now after the Ryan Garcia Mario Barrios face-off exploded into something nobody could have predicted, spiraling so far out of control that security was on the brink of losing full command of the situation.
Ryan, what did you tell Barrios up there? What did he tell you?
I said, you ain't that tall. I see them boots.
So,
I was like, you ain't that tall, brother.
do you see anything in his eyes?
I just know he's not really interested in this one.
Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios came head-to-head this week in Las Vegas ahead of their huge WBC welterweight title clash on February 21st. And what happened during that face-off was so intense, so personal, and so explosive that clips of the confrontation immediately went viral across every major social media platform worldwide.
Mentality of, ain't no way I'm losing again. Like he's like, he got this energy like he's fighting for his life. It seems like he feels that if he lose again, he's done. Like, he's done.
Sources close to both camps are now spilling jaw-dropping behind-the-scenes details about what was said between Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios. Things the cameras didn't fully catch. And the revelations are making it clear that this fight has escalated into something far deeper and far more dangerous than a typical title bout. Multiple witnesses at the face-off say that the instant Garcia and Barrios locked eyes across the room, the temperature in the venue seemed to plummet, and everyone could feel that something genuinely terrifying was about to unfold.
Ryan Garcia, since Ryan Garcia knows him so well, but it can also be a leverage for Mario Barrios because Gusa knows Ryan so well and knows his flaws and knows how he usually trains and what affects him and what doesn't affect him and what to stay away from. You know, when you have a trainer going from one team to the next, I can see why.
But before we even get to the most explosive details of what happened behind closed doors after that face-off, Ryan Garcia did something at the stare-down that no one saw coming, and it pushed Mario Barrios completely over the edge in front of everyone watching. Garcia approached with his signature smirk, but sources say he leaned in and whispered directly into Barrios' ear, instantly making the champion's body stiffen with tension. Witnesses just feet away reported that Garcia reportedly said something like, "Joe already told me everything about you, every weakness. Every time you get scared, I know exactly what breaks you down."
It was just, everything with, Joe Goosen and Brian and their past, but it is what it is. It's boxing, it's business. Like I said, I'm just getting ready for the fight. I don't know what Ryan is.
One eyewitness at the scene said that Barrios completely lost his composure for about 3 seconds. You could see it in his expression, in the tension in his body. Everything shifted the moment Ryan uttered those words. And it took 3 people just to force distance between them before things spiral further.
Or wins, I stay motivated, I stay in the gym, and I just stay working.
You gave when you fought Uga after like Ramos, what gave Ryan Garcia this opportunity to get his first?
The confrontation lasted only seconds before promoters and security physically pulled the fighters apart. But in that brief moment, witnesses say the boxing world caught a glimpse of a side of Mario Barrios never seen in any of his previous championship bouts. Many believe this may have been part of Ryan Garcia's master plan for Fight Week, deliberately provoking Barrios to abandon his disciplined game plan and step into the ring emotionally charged. Sources close to Garcia's camp revealed that his father and trainer, KingRy Garcia, has been analyzing Barrios' psychological pattern for months, pinpointing the pressure points designed to make the champion react with anger rather than fight smart and disciplined.
I feel bad. I feel bad. I got a heart, and you develop relationships in this game, and I hate to see that anybody feels that way towards me.
One insider familiar with Garcia's Fight Week strategy reportedly revealed Ryan's team identified early that Barrios gets emotional when his character is questioned. That's why Ryan kept hammering the trainer angle publicly for weeks leading up to this moment. The social media reaction was immediate and explosive, with millions of fans flooding every platform. Reactions range from pure shock to excitement over what February 21st will bring. One fan wrote with conviction, Did you see Barrios' face during that stare down? That man is genuinely furious, and that is exactly what Ryan wanted. In that moment, Garcia had already won the mental battle, before a single punch had even been thrown inside the ring.
We're all human beings. You don't do that. You don't curse your own self. See, they curse their own selves. You don't wish that on anybody. Anybody here knows you can't have a person tell you, I'm going to kill you. That will hurt you. That'll break you. But you know what? You say that, and God...
Another fan shot back with equal intensity, warning that Ryan Garcia is stepping into a storm he can't control. Mario Barrios doesn't just fight. He unleashes fury when he's fired up. And come February 21st, every punch, every move is going to hit Ryan with the full force of that unleashed emotion.
I thought, really. Mario Barrios is bigger than I thought. Looking at Mario Barrios, I'm like, this guy's humongous. Mario Barrios is a big kid. He's a big kid. He seems to look like a middleweight. Hold on. The hotel they gave me.
The intense split between fans shows exactly why this face-off has sparked more debate and chatter than almost any boxing showdown in recent memory, with each side passionately arguing who will come out on top. But the real fire ignites after the cameras stop rolling. Insiders at the venue are now revealing shocking details that show just how deep, personal, and raw this rivalry has truly become between these two warriors.
You know, and I don't necessarily think that's his superpower or anything like that, but he just keeps trucking. So you got to give it to him that, you know, he won't stop. You got to give it to him that he's going to continue to press forward. But is he particularly great at anything? No, he isn't. You look at Ryan Garcia.
Sources close to the scene say that right after the face-off, Barrios had to be held back by several members of his team for almost 20 minutes before he could even face the media. One eyewitness recalled, Mario kept insisting he was going to make Ryan pay for every word he said, not just in the fight, but in every single round, from the first bell all the way to the last.
Know what Ryan is doing or what, you know, is how that is affecting him. But like I said, you know, I mean, we have a fight. I know I'm focused. I know I'm ready. And, you know, that's all.
Former world champion and analyst Andre Ward weighed in, saying, Barrios is a blank canvas with a very precise outline he must follow to win. If Garcia's mind games push him to stray even slightly from that plan, everything swings completely in Ryan's favor. Ward's insight highlights why this face-off drama is far more than just spectacle. It could truly decide the outcome of a world championship fight next Saturday night at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Many insiders now argue that Garcia's psychological attack through the Goosen angle might be the smartest move of his career, striking directly at something the champion values most, both in and out of the ring.
We'll see what he brings that night, but you know, I feel like I have a lot of experience as well, and when I'm in top condition, then I feel like it all shows. So we will see February 21st.
Barrios brought in Goosen specifically for his deep understanding of Garcia's weaknesses. Yet Garcia turned the script entirely, making Goosen's presence feel less like a strategic edge and more like a personal betrayal. Sources close to Barrios' camp reportedly scrambled to contain the fallout, with one team member telling the media, Mario is focused and professional. Ryan's little comments don't change a thing about our preparation or our game plan for February 21st.
Preparation.
All right, well, I thought I was being.
No, you were being.
I thought I was being courteous and generous, and that's what I'm trying to be here. And I hope you don't take offense to it, because I don't ever want to offend fighters. I love what I do.
I'm offended. Too late. I'm offended.
But the body language captured in just those few seconds of the face-off tells a completely different story. One that fans and analysts have been dissecting frame by frame on social media all week, still without any consensus. One veteran boxing trainer, speaking anonymously, told colleagues after studying the footage, I've been in this sport for 30 years, and that face-off revealed everything I needed to know about both fighters' mental states heading into this championship fight.
Also, Joe Goosen and Derek James.
Correct.
And he's not training with neither of them. He's training with his dad, which I'm not saying the dad is not, you know, the dad brought him through the amateurs, but when he left his dad or went to seek a different trainer, before he came back to
the trainer's voice carried real concern as he added, Garcia is loose, flowing, and fighting like he has nothing to lose. Barrios, on the other hand, is tight emotional, carrying the heavy burden of a champion who desperately needs a statement win to quiet his critics once and for all. His assessment hits hard, especially since Barrios steps into this fight coming off 2 controversial draws against Abel Ramos and Manny Pacquiao. Bouts that left many questioning whether he still truly deserves a WBC welterweight title at this point in his career.
You know, I've always liked Ryan. I've always predicted great things about him, you know, from an early age. And I stand by those predictions, which is really superstardom for him, because I always felt he had the, you know, wherewithal to become something extra special in this game.
Barrios confronted the criticism head-on this week, telling reporters with raw frustration, "Nobody wants to retain a title from a draw. I want a dominant performance on February 21st, and that's exactly what I'm going to deliver, no matter what Ryan says or does." The hunger and tension in his voice revealed that Garcia's psychological games are clearly rattling the champion, even as he prepares for the biggest fight of his career. Garcia, by contrast, appeared at his media appearances transformed, physically sharper, more muscular than ever, and mentally locked in, sending a clear signal that he's ready for war.
I got a lot of insight to him. I happened to be around that gym for a long, long time. So I have a little insight, and we're going to be putting a great game plan together with our team for him. But obviously, one thing I do know is he has a clean living. Obviously, he's a big-time Christian, and I know that's going to carry him a long way, his faith, his belief in Jesus Christ.
His father, Henry Garcia, opened up about just how dramatic the transformation has been, recalling, "Ryan looked in the mirror during camp and said, 'Dad, this is where my body needs to be.' I told him, 'Now you're a complete boxer with the talent, the skill, the height, and finally the body to match it all.'"
This stage of his career.
I mean, I think Ryan and Barrios is actually a good fight, because when have we seen Ryan in the ring with somebody his height? You know what I'm saying? So I think we're looking at a real boxing match. Could he overwhelm Barrios? Yeah, but where is he mentally? Ryan Garcia has been spending time with YouTubers and streamers.
Sources close to Garcia's camp have been saying all week that this is the most focused, intense training period of his entire career, with the 27-year-old showing up early every day and staying late for extra rounds. One insider who watched his final sessions reportedly shared, "Ryan has been absolutely vicious in sparring. The combination of his natural speed with his new strength is something no welterweight has ever faced. The idea of him merging legendary hand speed and left hook power with a stronger, more durable body is genuinely terrifying." Yet experts note Barrios has his own advantages that can neutralize Garcia if he sticks to the game plan despite all the psychological pressure. As a natural 147-pound welterweight, Barrios is bigger, stronger, and far more comfortable at this weight, while Garcia is moving up for this title shot. The WBC 14-day pre-weigh-in showed Barrios at 153 pounds and Garcia at 154 pounds, meaning neither should be drained by fight night. If Garcia enters fresh, powerful, and emotionally free, while Barrios is tight and angry from the face-off, technical skills alone may not save the champion from KingRy. A former champ watching the face-off from ringside reportedly said, "I've never seen two fighters genuinely hate each other like this before a fight. This isn't hype, it's real. That intensity creates a fight where anything can happen from round one, and that unpredictability is what makes February 21st unmissable for boxing fans." Those few seconds of raw hostility gave a preview of the emotion and fire both fighters will bring to the ring, and the question of who wins the mental battle has the boxing world completely split. With only a week left, both men are physically ready, both mentally prepared in very different ways, and now all that remains is for the bell to ring and for the truth to unfold live at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.